Okay, so you come over here. This is the basic machine. This is the edging. And this part back on once you guys receive the machine. This plate over here is also loose. Bolts on from the bottom underneath here. You guys are going to have to bolt that on underneath as well. If you look at the main connection for the main power supply, and a neutral. So the machine uses 220 volts as well. Then it also needs at least 6.5 bar constant air pressure all the time. The main air goes in over here. Swing arm, and the whole swing arm will come out. Underneath the front part is a conveyor belt which is actually driving when you turn the machine on. And the board comes through, the glue gets applied by the glue roller, the edging gets compressed by these wheels up against the board, the front tail goes in these feet, gets cut off as the board comes through. These are your top and bottom trimmers. The board pushes this plate up and the bottom one down, and as the board goes through, important that you flip this all the way in and tighten this handle up. If you come to this side over here, this is your glue pot. This is keep refilling all the time. The edging has to go down. It must be free to move, but it mustn't have too much up and down movement. In between these two rollers, you clamp it again with this roller, clamp it again with that roller, and it must be in line with which is also going to hold the board down. It's important that before you start to use the machine, you must be able to pull the edging backwards and forwards without getting stuck. Okay, don't pull it back too far, otherwise you can see it's going to get caught on this little bugger over here. Okay, so remember to put it in line with the guillotine. Watch your fingers inside here. If you come to the left, as the board's going through, these are your 0.4 to 2 mil. It's easy, you just turn this knob in and out, lowering the number to 0.4 will give you a nice edge on your 0.4, and then increasing the number to 2 mil will give you more radius you're going to have on the cut. This is the top cutter and this is the bottom cutter. Your buffer it's not flush with in and out over here. We'll adjust the height of the cut, and this one in the front will do the adjustment for the height of the top cutter. Okay, so if you close this, I will leave this open. I'm just going to come to the front. It's important that you put this to the thickness. Get it to the right thickness. If you look at the temperature controller, the red one is the temperature that the glue pot is. The green one is the temperature that it's going to be. 150 is a fine temperature. You could probably run it at about 1 155 or so will be fine for winter. This is a timer. We'll come back to this one just now. This is your main start for your conveyor belt on. This is your buffer motors, which will start turning now, and these are your trimmers, top and bottom motors. It's 91 split second. That's how the machine's on. It's only going to start with the emergency. If you come to this side, you can between the board and the roller. This roller are going to squeeze together. This timer here, if you look on the top of it, it's got plus and minus. If you push plus, it's going to hold for longer. If you push minus, it's going to hold for less. So if you watch it now, when you activate this switch, you see it's holding, and then it's push plus. If you want it shorter, you push minus. So we put the trimmers on. Everything's on, push it in, push it up against the silver plate. This is the first. Turn this to 0.4. Turn the bottom one also to 0.4. Replace the roll with 4 edging. Make sure it's all nice and held in nicely by all the clamps. And that's basically it.